The Isle of Veyruhn is vast, tangled, and entirely uninterested in helping those who trespass upon it. Today, Captain Paulo Ricardus has been ordered to push deeper into the island's interior, a task he accepts with all the enthusiasm of a man who has just realised he does not, in fact, have enough cavalry to screen his advance. He has mentioned this shortage several times, loudly, to anyone within earshot. Unfortunately, the cavalry shortage remains unchanged. Pressing forward with an advance patrol, Paulo enters a valley watched over by ancient stone trolls, towering statues whose expressions suggest they disapprove of visitors, paperwork, and possibly Paulo himself. It is here, between these ominous guardians, that the ratmen strike. Ambushed from both flanks, Paulo's patrol is caught in a tightening trap. The valley closes, the enemy swarms, and the stone trolls begin to stir. The island protects its secrets, and today it intends to do so with considerable enthusiasm. Welcome to episode 2 of our Oathmark campaign.
Okay, so we've got 1500 points of ratmen, which I'm using the human stats. So we've got 15 line breakers, 19 spearmen, there's a prince there, 15 soldiers, and then we've got what looks like the gut runners is they're archers, so 10 archers. And I've got a level 2 spellcaster between the two units just in here. And the other side of the board, I've got a chariot. I've got another 15 soldiers, and I've got 3 ogres.
And then that. Are you going to talk about
in the centre? We've got the living statues. For this scenario, there are 3 living statues, and they will come to life. Roll for each one, and if it's the roll of the turn that we're on, they will come to life and attack the nearest thing. So they could potentially cause some havoc.
And this is why it's going to be called Stone Troll Valley. So from the human stats, we've got 15 spearmen. This is 10 rangers. That is my Bugain, so he's a level 3 caster and a monster. Then we've got 10 archers. They have rifles, but they'll be archers. Then we've got that's Paulo Ricardus in there with 10 line breakers, then 5 cavalry, human cavalry, and bringing up the rear because they're nice and slow, we've got our catapult, which is our cannon. So that's the loadout. Stone Troll Valley, we've been ambushed and we've got to try and fight our way out of it. 50%, if you reduce to 50% of your starting units, then you have lost and will withdraw. Here we go, maximum 8 turns.
Okay, so turn 1 is complete. So for the ratmen, the prince activated these 2 units, or allowed them both to move, so they both moved up to cause a bit of threat here. The wizard activated successfully and he cast Fireball, killing 5 of the spearmen. So that was rolled 2 10s and an 8. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
These guys just moved up, these warriors. The archers shot tried to shoot the line breakers again, didn't kill any this time.
They did in the initial sort of ambush turn.
The free activation, they killed 2, was it? So the ogres, the 3 ogres there, the normal ogres, they just moved up. They couldn't get any further because of the scenery. They didn't have enough to move past it. The warriors here, sorry, not warriors, the soldiers, they just moved up to this here because they didn't have enough movement to move past, as did the chariots. So probably the most notable thing of that turn was the wizard. Fantastic roll for the fireball.
Yeah. And actually, I the Bagain cast fireball as well, and took out 4 of them, I think. Yeah, 4. So my catapult shot and did nothing. The cavalry are just kind of lining up and didn't want to get too close and get charged. They failed their activation, which meant they didn't get into charge. Yep. So they just turned to face. So here we go, into turn 2.
And we tried to activate. We rolled for all of the living statues, and they all failed to activate. But on this turn, it's all on a 1. So yeah.
So next turn, it's on a 1 or a 2 that activates. Turn 2.
Okay, end of turn 2, very eventful. So everything actually activated successfully, I believe. We had a big combat here, and the line breakers won, pushed the unit back. They're now disordered. This unit didn't get into combat, just moved up. These guys here, the soldiers and the line breakers, had a bit of a scrap. The wizard, we'd actually been playing a rule wrong. So what we wondered why our spells were being so effective, and we were rolling the hit dice and the attacks and stuff for the dice, but we're actually forgetting to roll the casting value.
Yeah, we rolled the activation, but not the casting value.
Not the casting
so
value.
we corrected it.
We corrected that, yeah. So they've had a bit of a standoff. A few wounds either way. That was fine. Archers didn't hit anything. The bug aim cast
Fireball and took down one of the
ogres.
Yes. And then the cavalry came in and took 2 wounds off another one.
Yeah. Chariot charged into these
made a mess.
Archers, made a right mess of them. 6 of them, I think I killed.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then these soldiers moved past the living statue, and then we moved into activate the statues. And this one activated and charged into the rear of here and killed 3, and they are now disordered. And this one here then activated and charged into the rear of these soldiers, and but they passed them around.
They just passed them around.
Just passed them around once we worked it out. But they pushed them back an inch. So yeah, carnage.
It's absolute carnage. But I think it's looking particularly good for you. I've got a lot of disordered units. So,
but let's see. Let's see what happens.
Into turn 3.
Yeah. Okay, turn 3. So, interesting turn. So cavalry have gone into the ogres. I did activate them so they weren't disordered, but the cavalry charge just took all their wounds, so they died.
Actually came off that time.
Yeah, it was a good charge. The chariot thought it chanced its arm against the Bugain, went in, did a single. No, it didn't do a wound. It already taken a wound. Didn't do any wounds, and it was a bit of a.
Because it's got shielding too, so it can.
So only had one attack.
Soak up the damage.
This lad went into the back of here and sort of didn't really do much damage, but that pushed him back. There was a bit of a standoff here.
Was this the turn when the cascading panic happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because
So
there was a unit of.
So you killed the unit of spears there.
Yep, unit of spears.
And then
there.
the unit of rangers ran.
Yep.
Because they were already disordered. This one stayed, but then has been killed.
Yep.
By the charging spears. So
this
I'm
one
down
activated,
3 units. Yeah.
Went into the flank of the soldiers, killed a couple. They didn't fail their morale, so they've just moved back an inch. And yeah, that's it. Failed to cast. Went for a fireball into the flank of Paulo Ricardus' unit and failed.
I failed the spell as well. I was going to fireball here. It's a bit boring. We're just doing fireballs, but they're probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, we need to do that bit of damage, don't we? Yeah. So I've lost 1 unit. You've lost 3.
Yeah, so it's 3-1, but it's interesting because these statues are tying up your centre.
Yeah, they're making it because they're effectively attacking 1, 2, 3 of my units this turn, and I think effectively they become units for you. So I think that's evening things up. And I think your cavalry's in such a good position. There was a moment actually where cascading panic, the cavalry needed to take a morale check.
Yes.
Which actually, if they'd failed that, they would have been disordered, which would have been a massive plus for me. But of course they passed, as they should do, because they got they got a good activation. So the cannon did it.
Yeah, it fired at the
had to
catapult.
shoot the shot at the chariot, didn't it? Didn't do any.
The chariot.
At the chariot, and didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
Turn 4.
Okay, turn 4, and a telling turn it was. So I started by putting the chariot into the cavalry to just try.
Which was a good move.
Yeah, it turned out to be just to hold them up, and that's exactly what happened. So there wasn't. I think I did 1 wound, but it was a standoff. Neither unit became disordered. The Bugain, did they try to cast a fireball? Was it?
Yeah.
Yep, and. I don't think he did. Did he do any damage? I'm not sure.
He did some damage on this unit.
Oh, the clan rats over there. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so he did some damage on the clan rats. Then we had the cannon also shot at them and did some more damage.
Yeah.
It was all a bit.
And they became disordered.
They became disordered, and in the end, it was all a bit too much for them, and they ran off.
Yeah.
I moved the line breakers up to kind of, because I didn't know what was going to go on here at the time, so I thought I'd kind of make them safe. Again, there was a combat here, and it was a bit of a standoff. Wizard tried to. So the line breakers that were here, Paulo Ricardus' unit. I thought, right, I'm going to charge in, hopefully do some damage. Then I'm going to move up the archers, and I'm going to shoot them to do some more damage, and then I'm going to go with the spell casting. Spell casting didn't work, just didn't manage to cast. The soldiers chipped off, I think, 1 wound maybe, and then the archers did 2 wounds. So Paulo was there
Paulo left
on his own.
And then we forgot to do the morale test.
Yeah, we then played some other areas, and then I kind of remembered and went, oh, morale test, and he failed.
And 3 dice failed.
He rolled a 2, a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
And that meant that was the 4th unit. So
I got 2 units, you got 4 units.
Got 4, yeah.
So what that actually means is that the Skaven have ambushed the human forces coming through, and they're now going to be able to push deeper into the island to see what's there.
And I can tell you now that the next game that's coming for me to fight with the ratmen, Paul is going to enjoy immensely, because he's going to unleash all sorts of havoc on me.
Yep. Definitely going to have some fun with some different units.
Yes, definitely.
Right, well played, mate.
Great game though. The statues, loads of fun.
Yeah,
really
and that
kind of
actually
mixed up.
Kind of evened stuff out a little bit, because they kind of attacked the team that was winning more. So
yeah, it kind of evened things out. It made it really interesting actually, because it was kind of there was a point where they did a lot of damage in one turn, but not so much damage in the second turn. So it kind of, if the damage had been consistent from, I think they may have even had an extra unit, maybe 2. So it could have gone either way. Great game though.
Captain Paulo Ricardus has survived, technically. Beaten back, bloodied, and very nearly added to the island's growing list of unpleasant anecdotes, he withdraws with what remains of his command. It is not a triumphant march. It is the sort of retreat where no one speaks, because everyone is thinking the same thing. That was far too close. Behind them, the ratmen waste no time. Doomclaw the shaman steps forward, his warband eager to press deeper into the interior. The stone trolls stand silent once more, but the air carries a chill that was not there before. What waits ahead is older than Calethorn, older than the ratmen, older than the island's own name. It has the cold smell of death, and it is waking. The Island of Veyruhn does not forgive trespass, and the next clash will be far worse. Join us for the next chapter of our Oathmark campaign. Hello, it's Paul here, and thank you for watching our video. Glad that you've made it all this way through. Just a quick plug for our podcast, where we both have a good old chat about all things gaming, it's something that maybe you'll enjoy. So if you do listen to podcasts, search for The Paul and Wayne Show, Dice, Law and War, and it's on all good podcast locations.